Welcome down the middle podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening. H Moore, it's me and you, mate. What's happening?
Not much, mate. New week, same location actually, so it's not a different place. Like I try and sort of spice it up each week, but nah.
I like your shirt. You got a
Try.
the rules shirt on.
Yeah, mate.
You like a
Cool.
bit of YKTR,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. They're actually bringing out some golf merch
Are
soon,
they?
so
Yeah, right.
might have
We've
to
both gone the
buy
casual
some.
look. We've both gone the casual look. I've gone the Ralph Lauren polo from my work
I've
shirt from
gone the
today.
casual. He's
Bit
gone
more
more of the
smart
look at
casual.
me kind of money guy.
Come
Money,
on, mate.
but
We both got rid of the jersey though. Usually we go the jersey. Anyway. Oh. Have you been playing golf?
I have been, mate. I played on the weekend. Well, on Saturday.
Any good?
I shot 88. So I shot
Take that.
18 over. Should have been 14 over. I
Yeah, but
had
it wasn't.
three I had three triples, two doubles. So like it was
Yuck.
yeah.
Yuck.
And I had a birdie in there. Um but yeah, it was definitely a week. I came because obviously it was a monthly medal.
You would have done all
So
right.
I went back. Yeah, I won C grade overall because I went back.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
because I got pushed into C grade because I got a shot, obviously. So the handicap was 19, shot 18. A bloke
Winner.
shot, a bloke shot 84, but he won um, gross or
Oh, yeah, one
whatever it is.
scratch. Yeah. Nice,
One
mate.
scratch. So
Yeah, I was
yeah,
just thinking,
yeah, yeah.
I was just thinking,
No,
because I'm going to play golf on Friday. I haven't played golf in a long time. I'm going to try and sneak out for 9 holes. So there you go.
yeah,
Keep you
nice.
updated.
Well, not playing this week, unfortunately, but I'm going to play. Well, sorry, I'm not playing Saturday, but I'm going to be playing Sunday.
That's the life. That's the life.
Well, it's an amazing thing, mate. Now we're house hunting, so we sort of
Oh, yeah.
golf might have to take a bit of a back seat for some of some of the inspections at
Saturday's,
early times and stuff like that.
yes. Saturday inspections.
Um, so yeah, but the missus said, look, because we're going, you can play Sunday. No,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
done.
If you got a bit of
So
cash, I don't know if it'd be a good decision, but if you got a bit of cash, there's a Brian's neighbor is selling up. If you want to go and live next to Uncle Brian,
yeah, I think I might be a couple mil short of that one.
starting at 2.5, mate. I don't know what your budget is, but it's starting at 2.5.
Oh, I think I'm stretch. I think I could stretch 2 mil. I think so. Yeah,
I think they're looking at the minimum 2.5. That's all right. I'll let them
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, good. Oh, good luck house hunting this week, mate.
Well,
Nah, okay, good. Mate, we're doing the down the M's. So the Dally M's, or down the middles version of the Dally M's. So we're going to kick off with our review of the NRL the week before when we review it. We're going to do our down the M's points. So we've both picked a 3-2 and a 1 from each game. We'll do a quick little brush over of the scores, but we're going to mainly focus on our 3-2-1s. And as you said last week, H, it'll go behind closed doors after what are we going to get the same as the Dally M's about around 12ish,
I
about
think around
halfway
12.
through?
Yeah,
Yeah. So we're gonna put we'll make sure that we're putting a bit of time into it for the first 12 or so rounds, and then we'll go behind closed doors and we'll keep everyone updated
yeah,
best we can.
yeah. We'll be putting it up on the socials each week of
Who's
the
leading?
week. We'll do a top 10. I think we'll probably do top 10 of the week. And then we'll probably then obviously overall as well, so you can
Overall
see
ladder.
who did good for our round, but then obviously might not be up near the top if they not consistent, obviously,
Yeah.
in the games.
Yeah. We've already looked at the score from the Manly Rabbits and the Roosters Broncos games, but we didn't do our 3-2-1s. Do you want to kick it off, mate?
I will, mate. For 1 point,
Yeah,
I'm
go one,
gonna
two,
go.
three. Nice.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Obviously, it's a smart way. I've picked from Manly Olakawatu. 80 minutes, one try, 16 hit ups, 184 meters, 6 line breaks, 1 line break assist, and 32 tackles. I think that's pretty good for a forward. He probably would have been higher if other people obviously didn't have a better game. But yeah, that's my reasoning of him. For two
I'm not
points
gonna wait.
goes
I'm not gonna wait my turn because I had the exact same person for 1 point.
right out. There you go. 2 points, mate. I think maybe this bloke might be your 3 points, but I've gone for Tommy Trbojevic as my 2 points. No, okay, well, there you go.
I went for his brother.
Oh wow, yeah, he got brushed for me. So yeah, I went Tommy, 1 try assist, 224 meters, 3 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist, line break and line breaker in there, 5 tackles. I think if they do good, he's going good. And then for my 3 points, mate, I've gone with the bloke that we said we need to perform, and Latrell Mitchell. He got my 3 points.
Okay.
1 try, 2 try assist, 120 meters, 7 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 2 line break assist. And then, yeah, so I think obviously South didn't win the game, but it was a big reason as to why they were sort of in the game to an
Okay.
extent.
Nice. I like that. Just to obviously continue on with what we're doing at the moment. This is purely just, it's very subjective. It's vibe based. It's going to be stats based at times. It's going to be, how much of the game did we watch and who did we talk to and who are we watching with? So our reasoning is going to be very, very different to other people. I went 1 point Olakawatu. I thought for a second rower, he played really well, and he was sort of maybe a bit biased because I was focusing on him from the start of the season. Number 2, I actually went Ben Trbojevic again for a bloke that I thought wasn't necessarily a regular first grader. I thought he stepped up in that first game, and that's probably the game that he needed to, maybe nearly cement his spot in the 17. And for my 3 points, I thought the bloke who was under the most pressure going into round 1 and all eyes were looking at, I went Luke Brooks because I thought he played really well, and he actually stepped up to get the team over the line, I reckon.
There you go. So you definitely went rogue in that game. I went maybe a bit more statsy in that one. But obviously, well, Luke Brooks and probably Ben Trbojevic, they could probably be special mentions for me. But I don't know. In some of these games, I feel like if the main man does good, like has the stats, easy. Put him in.
Yeah, but also we'll get to it when we get to the game I'm talking about. But you were talking about someone who in the Dally M's got a number of points that we both didn't put in our top 3. So anyway, there we go.
There you go.
I'll go the Roosters Broncos game. I'll keep it short and sweet. Number 1, I went Teddy. Number 2, I went Payne Haas. Big minutes, big efforts. Again, if you look back through his stats, proper effort. Number 3, again, a little bit rogue, but in saying that, he also did get some Dally M points from the experts. I went Collins. I thought he stepped up for the Roosters. And again, I like looking at the forwards. Some forwards often miss points in the Dally M's. It usually goes to the playmakers, the showy blokes. So I thought there was 2 blokes that just put in the hard work for me.
Very nice, mate. Yeah, with my points, I did the same as you. I did 1 point for Teddy. He had a pretty good game. 1 try assist, 200 meters, 8 line tackle breaks.
He ran for heaps,
Nearly best
which is
form.
what got him over the line for me.
Yep. Then for 2 points, mate, I went for Victor Radley. I think he had a very, very good game. Got a try. 18 runs, 165. Got a tackle break in there, and he did 37 tackles. So he had the second highest for the team.
Big effort.
I mean, it's a big effort. And then for my 3 points, mate, I went for Joseph Manu. He had a mass. I feel like he pretty much won the game for the Roosters there with a try and a try assist. Ran for 165 meters as well, 5 tackle breaks, 2 line break assists, and 17 tackles. That's pretty good count for
a centre.
So yeah, they're my 3-2-1s for that game.
Yeah, nice. What about Knights Raiders?
It was a bit of a weird one there with the Raiders win 28-12, mate.
Do we both pick the Knights?
We did.
Yeah.
But with there, I went for 1 point, mate. I went Tyson Rizal. I think he had a pretty good game.
Led the tackle count for the Knights, I think.
Or no.
No.
Phoenix Crosland, 59.
That's right. He got 59. Actually, you're
right. So he was second highest. 4 tackle breaks. He only ran for 76 meters, but he did have a try in there. So I went, you know what? The tackles and the tries definitely worthy of 1 point, especially in a losing side.
Yep.
And my 2 points, mate, I went to Greg Marzu. He just had an absolute beast of a game. Didn't get any tries or try assists, but he had 21 runs, 210 meters, 5 tackle breaks. I think I go, you know what? He's just an absolute beast of a human being, especially being on the wing. So it's a little bit harder to get involved sometimes.
Funny that I went for 2 points. I went the other side. I went Dane Gagai for a very similar reason. He also had 21 runs and ran for 210 meters. But I thought I liked watching Dane Gagai a little bit more. So there you go. We were on the same wavelength there. They had very similar statistics. Tackle breaks both at 5. Dane Gagai obviously did a little bit more defensively. There you go. We're on the. I like the way we operate here, H.
There you go. And for my 3 points for that game, had to be into the winning side and maybe a little bit of a left field. I went for Hudson Young, mate.
Okay, he did have a good game. Yep.
Try assist. 13 runs, 92 meters, but he had 2 tackle breaks and he had 26 tackles. I feel like it was, again, the try assist really, really helps. If he didn't do them, then who knows where the game would have gone. And it's only my opinion that matters.
Nice, mate. I went 1 point to Zach Hosking. Played 80 minutes.
It was an unlucky one for me. It was unlucky. I didn't know if I should have 2 nights in a losing side, but I just think, then boys, he did pretty good.
Yeah, I went Zach Hosking for 1 point, 80 minutes, a try, 13 hit ups, ran for 100 meters, or nearly, sorry. Pretty good. I went the 2 points to Dane Gagai, same reasons as you for Marju, but on the other side. And my 3-pointer, I went with Morgan Smithies. I just thought for a young fella, for a rookie, I think he probably led the Supercoach or fantasy. He would have been up there with Supercoach or fantasy points as with Zach Hosking.
He had 15 minutes off, so
yeah,
yeah,
but I just thought his stats were still pretty good. In saying that, ran for 100 meters, a fair few hit ups there. I just thought, again, I'm looking at vibe based for a rookie. I thought he come out and probably had the best game, given his position, given his sort of spot in the team. So that's where I went. 3 points for Smithies.
He had a bit of hype coming over from Wigan. And Raiders do love that.
They love that English forward, don't they? Yeah.
I reckon if Ricky could have a whole pack of 8 to 13, I reckon he would.
You'd love to
But
see
yeah,
that.
well, I think he's got half. So he's
He's
getting there,
probably not
but yeah,
far
he was
off.
pretty good to live up to the hype of the first game.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. Mate, I'll let you get the next game. The Sharks won 16-12 on Friday night. But before you
Mate,
do, I think you were only about 20 minutes in and you had the coach sacked. You had the Sharks coming last. You were blowing up deluxe in our
I
messages.
didn't have it. I didn't have him sacked. I said he could
Uh,
be sacked in 8 weeks. In eight
yeah.
weeks, not sacked.
You tell me 3-2-1 because I'm going to go find that message.
Well, my 1 point for the game, and tell you what, before I get into it, actually, it was a very gritty, come from behind win for my Sharkies. Didn't expect it. I tipped the Warriors, mate. Went against them. But yeah, so it was a good first win of the season and cut some people up. But my 1 point, mate, goes to Tohu Harris. He had 27 runs in total, 237 meters. Just
Mhm.
absolute beast, and 38 tackles. I think
Yep.
that was the highest of the Warriors. So that definitely in its right deserves 1 point. Then for my 2 points, mate, go to my Sharkies. Talakai, one try assist.
Hates the bloke. Gives
161.
him 2 points. Hates the bloke.
Hey, he won us the game. 161 meters, absolute beast. Just it was a good. Usually he's a lazy fucker, but he actually gave it a bit of a go because I think he's been in the media for a bit now. How we got the young Iro in the centres there, so I
Yeah.
think he's trying to make a statement to go. You know what, I can actually do this job,
Mm.
and maybe even fired him up in the preseason a bit and try to get him going.
Yep.
And then for my 3 point, mate, it's the future Sharky from next year, mate. AFB.
Yep. I'm with you.
He had a try. Ran for 220 meters, 6 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, and he made 24 tackles. Tell you what, I really wish we had him from this year because he's a good footballer. But I just hope he can bring that form over.
He'll be a huge asset to the Sharks. Let's get back to this message. Fitzy will be the first coach sacked. We'll lose by 50 and he'll still name the same 17 next week. And then you did say nothing has changed. No, nothing has changed. We'll be sacked after 8 weeks. After Shane had said, "Come on, bro, it's the first week back." And I said, "It's 12-6, you muppet," because you were blowing up. And then you carried on for a little bit. Anyway, whatever.
It was undeserved 12-6.
You're a loser. Okay. Warrior Sharks. I had Teague Wilton for the 1 point. Led
Return
the
game
led.
from his ACL.
What's that?
Good return game from his ACL
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
last year.
Played well. Led the tackle count. Bunch of other stats. Look, he did pretty well. I just like him as a player too. 80 minutes from him as well, which I think again I like a second row that can play the whole 80. I had Tohu Harris getting the 2 points, exact same reasons as you. Some of those stats were pretty good, and he's a bit of a beast. And then I had Adam Fanua Blake for the 3 points. That his game was just phenomenal. And again, you think
100%.
about stats. If you want to look at stats and then you look at like super coach points or fantasy points, holy moly, like he scored a mozza because he was in everything. He obviously scored a try as well. Ran for a lot of meters. So he got my 3 points, AFB.
Very nice. Yeah, and very much well deserved as well.
Mm.
Mate, moving on to the next game. The first, I think, it was the first Saturday night game. Absolutely did not see this result coming at all. The Melbourne Storm winning 8-0 against the defending premiers, Panthers. As I said last, I think it was disrespectful to have the game in Melbourne at the start, to tell you the truth. And then just knock the scoreline and then even Penrith not even score.
Left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. I'm always middle of the season. I'm always happy to see Panthers lose because they're so dominant. I'm like, and when I say I'm happy to see them lose, it's just refreshing. You know, it's like watching a pro golfer hit a shank. You just go, oh, nice. You know, they're one of us.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing anyone hit a shank, but it's just refreshing to go, oh, okay, someone else is struggling. Or, they're not as good as they thought they were. I think that's the Aussie spirit in us. But we talked about them not getting the home round one and then to go down there and I don't know. Look, not to say that they deserve to get an automatic 2 points, but geez, I reckon if they were playing in Penrith, it would have made a big difference. But again, in saying that, credit to the Storm, never lost a round one. That's unbelievable.
That's
Unbelievable.
crazy. I thought it was done. You think one team's going to do it?
I gave him nothing. Anyway, look, only the one try in that game. There was a fair bit of drop ball from what I was watching. This was a hard game to give 3-2-1 in.
Yep. Definitely.
What did you go?
Mate, for my 1 point, Christian Welch, 41
Yeah,
minutes
fair.
off the bench, started off the bench. So, he got through his work. He had 17 runs, 140 meters, and then 29 tackles. I think, and just going through it, it was a tough game and sort of just looking at through the both teams, and then stats just reached out to me a little bit. And I went, if I'm going to put him in, he's only going to be one. Obviously, I can't battle on the bench. Can't put him higher.
Yep.
So I just plugged him in 1 point for 2 points, mate. I went for the second row at Elliot Katoa.
Yep. I've got him.
14 runs, 122 meters, 2 tackle breaks.
Post contact meters, 52. I thought that was pretty impressive for how far he ran.
That's driving your legs in it. 36 tackles. I think he was the second in the team behind Harry Grant. And then for my 3 points, mate, he's the ultra consistent. He's an absolute workhorse all the time. The Panthers captain, Isaiah Yeo, mate. He's just 175 meters, 47 post contact, 5 tackle breaks, and 32 tackles. You go through there, I think that's the second highest in the team. Just he plays 80 every week.
Yeah.
And in a third, that's so tough. Does everything for the team. Like he'll die on that field for them boys. But got the kudos. 30 points for me.
You know what? We've just gone the exact same players. I've gone Elias Katoa for 1 point. I've gone Isaiah Yeo for the 2, simply because he was in the losing side, and I went Harry Grant. Oh no, sorry, we didn't go. You went Christian Welch, but I've gone Harry Grant. I was looking at Harry Grant.
Hang on. Christian Welch 3 points.
Nah, sorry. I was a little bit lost there. I was looking at my thing like, yeah, we've just done the same thing. We didn't. I went Harry Grant for the 3. I thought that simply because he was in the winning side, I think he was probably more beneficial to the side winning. And look, played pretty good. So yeah, that was more of a vibe-based one, not necessarily stats, but Isaiah Yeo definitely stats. Elias Katoa definitely stats. Yep.
There you go. Then moving on to the Saturday game, sorry, but the Parramatta.
They played on Friday night, you muppet. Storm and Panthers. Storm and Panthers played after Sharks on Friday. Eels played on Saturday.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Eels Dogs.
First Saturday game. Yeah, Eels Dogs. The result we seen coming.
26-8. Yeah, it was.
Didn't give the Bulldogs much hype in the season, and even going into that game. Mate, my 1 point to this, it goes to Morgan Harper, mate. One try assist, 124 meters, 48 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 7 tackles. I think they're pretty solid numbers for a wing center. Sorry, and he's on his club debut as well, so I think that was a pretty good one. And then my 2 points, mate, goes to a bloke in the losing side that I thought I looked at and I went, wow, Blake Wilson, mate, winger for the
Yeah.
doggies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got a try, 16 all runs, 148 meters, 43 post contact, 4 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, 7 tackles. And it's a bit of because this is a bit of a tough game. Sort of one standout, and then everyone was sort of in the midst of it all. And then for the 3 points, mate, can't really go past
Bryce
this bloke,
Cartwright.
Bryce Cartwright, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, just going through it, 2 tries, 18 runs, 114 meters, 44 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, 22 tackles,
I
6
think for me,
offloads.
I think for
Nuts.
me, the tries and the offloads in themselves, that's it. He had his brain switched on. He was in the right position. He was looking for like to set his team up. That were the two things that I noticed. Obviously, he scored 2 tries, but the offloads, that's something that's in his game. And he was just constantly getting in to a good position after taking that run. He's getting tackled, he's getting into a good position to be able to get that ball free or to at least look for it. I gave him my 3 points too. My 1 point I gave to Reed Marnie in a losing side. He's a battler. He puts in a big effort, 50 odd tackles or something. Again, just they haven't quite sorted out their spine as far as who does what and how they capitalize on each other's skills, I don't think, but he is the hooker that will be able to get them somewhere eventually. I actually gave my 2 points to Gutho. I thought Gutho played pretty well. Had a fair few runs. His post contact meters was 58 post contact meters, which is pretty good for. I think he ran for 180 or something, and only took. Where is his runs? Took a fair few runs, but he was in everything. And similar to Bryce Cartwright, just looking to try and score, looking to set something up, looking to get in and get it done. So he was good for me. So yeah, 1 point Marnie, 2 points Gutho, 3 points Cartwright.
Yeah, very much deserved. Mate, I'll let you do the next game.
And the Saints go marching in. How good. Dragons.
Mate, we said last week, we said
we knew.
We picked that one, and coming from me, obviously, as well, I fucking hate them. But yeah,
Man, they
told the money
played
was
good.
ridiculous. Yeah.
They finally played good. Obviously, they were against the Titans. We probably didn't give the Titans much chop or much chance this year. But 28-4, it was a pretty convincing win. I'm not going to talk too much about the game because I could go on and on and on and on. It was just really good to watch. I'll go my 1, 2, 3. My one, bloke that I watched intently for the first sort of 20, 25 minutes. He was on fire. Raymond for Taylor Mariner. He was going really good. He was ripping in. I'm only giving him 1 point because probably doesn't deserve anything more than that. But he was ripping in. And
Did
I
he start
think
off the bench?
yeah. So I think he started.
Yeah, he's number 17. He was number 17. Yeah.
I don't know who he come on to replace, but just in that forward rotation, yeah, his first little stint, I was like, how good. I think he's the perfect off the bench player because he come on with such energy, and I think that's what they needed. They needed a bloke who's not just another forward to come on and just make some tackles. He was bloody, I don't know. Anyway, so I've gone 1 point for him. I've gone 2. Speechless, right? 2 points for Lomax. As much as I didn't think that the Lomax and Sloan positional changes were worth it, he suited being a winger. He even come in a couple of times. I think he come over to the other side once or twice for the little kick chase. So, very much like a Manu center type position there. I think that's perfect. They kick to him all night because they know that he can get up and score. Scored a try, scored 2 tries, scored 1 try. He was good. And then my 3 points went to the hat trick, Tyrell Sloan. He dropped one ball under pressure.
It was early on as well.
Yeah, I think it might have even been the young half from Titans that was chasing him down, Weaver, I think. I don't know. But he dropped one ball under pressure, and I was like, oh, what's going to happen here? But his attacking game was perfect, and his defensive game was good enough that he only dropped the one ball, didn't really make any other mistakes. Yeah, I was really, really impressed with Sloan and Lomax where they were playing, and I think Flano is too, and he's just going to stick with it and just convince Zach to stay on the wing. So yeah, that's my 1, 2, 3 for Tyler Mariner, Lomax, Sloan.
Very nice, mate.
Can't wait
My
for you to
1 point.
have 3 Titans in your 3-2-1, you prick.
For 1 point, mate, I went with the Titans captain Tino, 21 runs, 182 meters, 92 post-contact meters, 4 tackle breaks, 29 tackles,
92
absolute
post
beast
contact meters.
performance. Yeah.
That's pathetic from the Dragons.
Yeah. Like, you know where the meters are going to come from because they've got no Dave Feeder. Like, he's the top forward.
Yeah.
Like, pretty not, like, it's not hard to see where they're going to be going. But yeah, that's just an absolute captain's knock. Mate, 2 points. I've gone with Dragons second rower, mate, Jaden Sewer.
Yeah, I was
Um,
hard pressed not to give him one.
16 runs, 143 meters, 74 post contact meters. He's always a beast. I feel like with that, he's always pumping. 8 tackle breaks and 25 tackles. Very much deserving of 2 points. And then with the 3 points, mate, pretty much same as you, Tyrell Sloan. I'm gonna hold my judgment on him because it is the Titans. So I feel like it's a
That's fair.
step in a good direction for him. Like, it's good to see, but I just want to hold it back a little bit and just go, you know what? If he can be consistent like that, no worries. I'll give him his credit. But yeah, 1 week.
And he doesn't have to score 3 tries every week either.
No.
He needs to, limit that dropped ball, but he needs to take all those same runs again and run those lines. Because some of the lines that he ran back inside was great. And that's all he needs to do. And he'll be able to cement his spot and convince people that he actually is a good fullback.
I need to see it in defence because too many times last year, teams got through the line, and 9 times out of 10 they just do a little shimmy, and he goes 15 meters to the wrong side. It's like,
yeah, his one-on-one game. So he wasn't tested. He wasn't tested from the Titans. You're right, but his one-on-one game needs to, improve.
But I do like what I say. I think Blano's such a good influence on these players, not like last year when you got Griffin as your coach.
That was shocking.
I think the environment around the Dragons has obviously changed a lot, and I think it will have a good effect on them.
Did you see during the week he come out and said that this team's better than the 2015 Sharks when he started at the Sharks? He absolutely did.
Oh, the 15 Sharks, that's all right.
He said this team's better than when he got to the Sharks. Was that 2015 or? He only had 1 year there.
Before that.
Oh, was he?
No, he was in 2014 and stuff like that.
2014. Okay. Anyway, he said it was better than the first time he went to the Sharks. So
that's right.
Premiership's coming.
I wouldn't think so. That's all right.
Last game of the round. Go for it.
Yep. Cowboys winning 43-18.
Convincing.
I didn't say a convincing win, but we definitely seen. Did I say that last week?
Oh, you didn't see it coming. I'm like, I thought you meant you didn't see it. I'm like, how much more convincing did they need to be? They've won 43-18.
No, I didn't see it
coming. I didn't see that scoreline coming.
I was like, oh, did I say it last week?
We were on different wavelengths there. That's okay.
Yeah. starting off with my 1 point in that game, I'm going to give it to the Dolphins fullback, the Hammer. 20 runs, 168 meters, 32 post-contact meters, 8 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist. Only the 5 tackles, but I think that's a pretty solid game from him.
I needed him to score a
looked at the
try.
people that got the tries. Just, didn't really give me much confidence.
Yeah.
Make 2 points, moved to the Cowboys. He's in my super coach side as well. Jeremiah Nanai,
Mm-hmm.
1 try
Same.
assist, 14 runs, 121 meters, 40 meters post contact, 2 line breaks, 1 line break, 2 line break assist, and I saw 24 tackles. And then moving on to 3 points, absolutely didn't see this bloke having a good game. Didn't really see much of him play football for, but the Cowboys centre mate Zach Labour,
Mm-hmm.
2 tries, 1 try assist, 14 runs, 175 meters, 36 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks. Only the 9 tackles, but obviously being a centre, pretty standard around there. You'll probably be 6 to 10 a game anyway. But yeah, very much. Cowboys on the victory.
I'm with you. I had Labour for my 3 and Nano for my 2. My 1 point, I just went, I'm not giving Dolphins anything here because they've got smashed. I went Cole Felt. I thought he played pretty well. Obviously scored a try, but also led the game in meters run. Yeah, so I just thought, a lot of post contact meters too, broke the line, couple of tackles out there on the wing. I thought he played pretty well, obviously defensively, but yeah, in attack, yeah, just got the 1 point. Nothing much. You might not get another point for the rest of the year, so good on you, Kyle. But yeah,
I'd be pretty surprised if he's a weekly occurrence.
Yeah.
Down the M's.
That's down the M's. Yeah. You might get 1 point 1 week and never get another point ever again.
Exactly right. That's the beauty of it, eh?
That's exactly how it can happen. Yeah, like you said before, I'll put something up so you can have a look at, especially a couple of them we have the exact same. So there'll be some clear leaders, and then I'll do a running scoreboard throughout the year. H, do you want to kick off? Let's have a real quick look at round 2. We get all games in one weekend this week, not the split round. The split round was killer.
Yeah, just that little bit of break. Starting off tomorrow night, mate. Brisbane Broncos versus South Sydney Rabbitohs up at Suncorp. Obviously, Brisbane pretty disappointing round 1. Rabbits were disappointing as well. So I'm just going to pick the home side. I think they're going to bounce back. I think we'll be close. I think Brisbane 1 to 8. But yeah, Brizzy for me.
Yep, I'm going Brisbane. Jai Arrow out with an injury.
Well, they don't know because he's seeing a specialist tomorrow. If he needs surgery, he's out for the season. But if he doesn't, then it's 6 to 8 weeks.
It could be okay, yeah. But that's going to be a big loss if he's gone for the season. But yeah, I'm going to go the Broncos. I think they're a better chance of bouncing back at home than what the Rabbitohs will be going up to Brisbane Vegas. Yeah. Game two Friday. Your Sharkies and the Doggies. Surely you see your Sharkies going 2 from 2.
Sharkies 13 plus. Going to the game.
Yeah, nice.
So,
out of points bet.
Yep. Free tickets from work. Thank you.
That's the dream. Same spot,
yeah,
behind the post?
Behind the post. Stinking the same Southern Comfort tinnies all night.
And what else? What were we eating? Spicy hot dogs, spicy
hot dogs.
Kranskis or something.
Will probably be there. Going with a mate that's a dog supporter. So yeah, should be good.
Who are you hurling abuse at? Who's going to be standing right there from the kickoff? Ben Hunt copped it from you when we went. So will that be like Drew Hutchison or something?
there's not too many boys I hate in the dog side, to tell you the truth. Going through it, maybe
Would you give it to Stephen
I would
Crichton
have
or Connor Tracy? Maybe could you give it to Connor?
gave it to Sherry if he was playing.
Oh
I
yeah,
think a lot of people,
with the
would have
drug
got
cheat.
up to him.
Yeah,
Maybe to tell you what, I'm pretty pissed that Tracy wanted to go, but I can see where he's coming from. He sort of wasn't playing full time first grade, but you go to the dog side and go, well, hang on, you go into the same situation. Like, I
there's
don't know.
5 million backs there. He's not actually a chance of playing every week. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe kick out. Might give something to
oh,
kick
you
out
might
because he
might rev up kick out. I'd love to see kick out lean over the fence and punch you in the face. That'd be nice.
be a good story, so I wouldn't mind it as well.
Oh, you guys have named the same 1 to 17.
Yeah,
I think the Sharkies look pretty good there, don't they?
yeah. First game at home. I think
Easy.
they want to put a good performance in for the crowd.
Yeah, easy. I can't wait to hear you singing the team song. Second game Friday, got the Battle of the West, Panthers v the Eels out at Bluebet Stadium in Penrith. Panthers in at $1.39, Eels $3.03 on Sportsbet. You'd have to imagine the Panthers need this bounce back.
Massively, I think they will. Um, Obviously, the first improvement is to score a try or a
Yeah,
penalty goal,
yeah,
technically,
get over the
get the
line.
season, get the season underway. Um, but yeah, I think Parramatta going, oh, how good's this? We've won. Oh, shit, now we've got to verse Penrith with a lot,
Mm,
like a first week loss. They're going to be up for it. The crowd's going to be pretty wild at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, everyone in that crowd will be on the beers since 4 o'clock.
yeah, there's
Um,
probably a few people that knock off early on a Friday out of Penrith.
yeah, or might not even have to knock off. Um, so yeah, I think Penrith 1 to 12 still. I think Parramatta will have put up a good fight.
I think this will be the game to watch.
Yeah,
I liked the Eels last week. Obviously, they're up against a weaker side in the Dogs, but I think they'll be ready to go. Let's show Penrith what we're made of. Penrith lost week 1. Let's try and capitalise and get on top of them early. So I think they will go out. I don't think they'll make many mistakes. I think it'll be a tight one. Panthers
there
just.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. First game of the Super Saturday, mate. The Canberra Raiders playing the West Tigers that are coming off the bye last week, so it's their first game of the
Fresh.
season. Down at GIO Stadium in Canberra. Um, Looking at this game, it's going to be an interesting game because going by our ladder predictions, that two of the teams are going to be down the bottom of the ladder.
Mm.
Um, I think the Raiders get the job done.
I think the bye was really, really unfortunate for the Tigers because and especially now that they're going up against the Raiders who have won in week 1, they'll be looking to go
Yep.
2 from 2. The 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 Raiders have already had their sort of they've had their introduction to the season. The the Tigers need to you know they really need to fire up this week. I don't think they can. They've named Lockie Galvin at 6, the young fella with Caesar coming off the bench. You know,
I,
how effective is that going to be? I think you
I don't
probably
like
should
that.
go. I think you got to go for Caesar. Game 1 of the season, you've got to go for the experience rather than the 18-year-old kid. I think that's too much. So
Or
we'll see if
if
that
you get a,
if that stays. Look, they could do a late swap, maybe. I don't know.
or I would probably go Galvin and Caesar together and put Bud Sullivan on the bench and let him come. I think he did a bit for the
Or
Dragons.
that, or that. Yeah, have Caesar help Galvin
Um,
to lead him. I don't know. Look, I'm thinking Raiders in Canberra are very tough to beat. They probably get the job done again. I just want to see the Tigers. I just want to see the Tigers stay within reach for their sake.
See, I don't.
I'm a romantic, mate. I love a story. I love a narrative. I want to see him stay within reach. So does my mate Kyle. I've already spoken to him about this week.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think they'll go good game this week, but I just don't think they'll keep in touch for the whole season. Just don't see
Nah,
it happening.
just this week. I just want them to not get flogged.
I don't think they'll get flogged now.
I might even
But
tip them. I might tip them. Come Saturday afternoon, I'll be at the Camden show, and I might there might be an omen around. I might see a tiger, or I don't know. I might even tip them.
yeah, don't see that happening. Myself, for myself at least. Moving on to the second game, mate. Cowboys versus the Knights up at Townsville. Cowboys pretty overwhelming favourite at $1.40 there to the Knights $2.87. Obviously, fantastic week one by the Cowboys and a pretty disappointing week one for the Knights. I think Knights will be better. I don't think the Cowboys will be as good. I think, pardon me, it might be a closer game than people are thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to stick with the home side, the Cowboys.
Yeah, look, I've tipped the Knights to come first this year, and that means they've probably got to win, 18 odd games. So they're going to have to start. There's two main changes with Anari Tuala and Dylan Lucas out. Copius Paul's starting side now, and another bloke on the wing, Thomas Jenkins, maybe named. I am going to go the Knights. I'm going to give them a little bit more. I'm going to give them a couple more chances.
And the little thing with last week's game, that no try that Ponga went through the middle of the field, I think it was a pretty harsh one. And then Hudson Young obviously got the sin bin for a head high on him after he passed the ball. But I think it was a pretty harsh sort of obstruction because Danny Levi he was getting nowhere near Ponga.
Yeah.
But obviously, unfortunately, it's a black and white pretty rule there. But I think they would change the game a little bit, and it might have changed people's perspective of the Knights. But we can only see what happens. And but yeah, Cowboys.
I think they'll be better from last week. I'm going to go the Knights. Just. Storm Warriors 7:35 game on Saturday. Storm at $1.40, Warriors at $2.96. Wow. I think Storm are relatively unchanged. They've still got that Cam Munster. They can't work out what's going on with Cam Munster's leg after he fell over in the shower. Yeah, so they've actually named Jonah Pezzett. I think they're gonna probably rest him for a fair while. He's not in the reserve, so he's definitely not playing.
Yeah.
I think we'll see him rested for a fair while now. Have they named?
Interesting to see how that's going to go.
Sorry, I was just looking at the teams. You'd have to imagine Storm go 2 from 2, wouldn't you?
I'm actually going to go the Warriors.
Why?
I think they had a good first 20 minutes last week, and I lost concentration, sort of dropped a bit of ball with the Sharkies. And I think, to tell you the truth, I think they're a better team on paper. I know they won without Cam Munster last week, but and obviously I know the Penrith are probably a better team than the Warriors. But I think the Warriors are more relentless in their attack. I think they'll keep going. And I think it might be another close one, like in a small sort of low-scoring game. I can see the Warriors winning 16-10 or 14-8. So, but yeah, I just think the Warriors were the better team last week as well. But give them that. I think Masraki's got pretty lucky.
Do you think Storm weren't convincing enough against the Panthers? If Storm,
because they dropped a lot of ball. Penrith,
yeah,
dropped a lot of ball with them.
So let's say Storm had have played Canberra, for instance, last week. What would the score have been?
I reckon Canberra would have won. To tell you the truth, I think if they played exactly how they played against Penrith against Canberra, I think Canberra have got a lot more ball control, I would say, and they would probably
because Penrith were ordinary. That you're dead right, and Storm didn't necessarily. If you take away the score and you look at the way the Panthers played, Storm probably should have won 20-0.
And it was another unlucky call that Taylor made all that try, and then they got taken back for Luai
It's true.
catching the ball
That's true.
inside. Where it's just,
Yeah, that's
even though, yes, I know it's a black and white rule, but everyone's like, that's a try.
yeah.
And yeah, so I can definitely
See,
see the Warriors winning this week, mate.
I like that. I'm unsure right now. I am thinking the Storm, but again, I'm not sold. I'm not locking in. Geez, maybe I. You know what, H? I'm going to go with you. I'm going down the middle with you, and I'm going to go the Warriors with a freaking huge upset. How about Storm getting 2 home games in a row, round 1, round 2?
The bias, it's
Pricks.
ridiculous.
Pricks. You know what? And on that, stuff it. Go the Warriors. Absolutely go the Warriors.
Beautiful.
Let's look at the first game on Sunday, the 4 o'clock game.
This is
What do you
the game.
what do you like better? What do you like better? First game at 2 or first game at 4 on a Sunday?
2, and then the second game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hate that my Dragons playing at 6 o'clock on Sunday. That's bad time for me. Anyway, all right, let's look at Sea Eagles Roosters. I think this will be a pretty good game. Out of 4 Points Park. Teams look relatively unchanged, apart from obviously Spencer Leniu getting 8-week suspension and Jason Saab out with a
Hamstring, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I'm gonna say a leg injury of sorts. So that sees Tommy Talau from the coming over from the Tigers. He's gonna make his club debut, I suppose. And Jared Hargraves comes back from reserve grade. Probably the Sea Eagles.
This is the one
I'm thinking Sea Eagles.
Um, I don't want any team to win. I hate them
I'm
both.
with you. I'd love for them both to lose. Maybe we tip the draw. Maybe we go the draw. 1 point each.
I'd want to draw, but I know it's just not going to happen.
It won't happen.
It's hard. I'm going to go Roosters. I hate saying that, but I hate Roosters probably more than Manly, and that's big. But yeah, I just think the Roosters were more convincing in Vegas, I think.
Really? I disagree. I'm going to go the Sea Eagles. I think the Sea Eagles are going in with better form. I think there's still a bit of buzz and excitement around, the Luke Brooks, Tommy Turbo back. I think maybe they'll try and capitalize on the Spencer Leniu suspension as well. I know I would. I'd be obviously very cautious of what I was saying, but I'd be dropping some comments towards the other team to try and annoy them. Go, where's your mate? Where's Spence? Those sorts of things, which is, absolute dog shot stuff. But I think if you can do anything to rattle the other team, I reckon they might. Everyone bar Jakey Turbo would be going out there trying to rattle the other team because he's the nicest bloke in NRL. I'm going to go the Sea Eagles in a tight one, the underdogs.
Yeah, it's my game of the round.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards the Roosters, but I can see myself changing to Manly 5 minutes before kickoff.
We're good at that. Well, I always say that, and I never change it later. I haven't done my tips. I haven't done my tips before now this week. I'm going to make sure that I stick with what I say because I always do them before I come in, then I change my mind, and then I forget to change them. And I would have saved myself, I think, 1 or 2 last week. Anyway.
There you go.
Last game, it's pretty evenly split, as per the bookies. Dolphins v Dragons up at KO Stadium in Redcliffe. Dolphins $1.98, Dragons just favourites at $1.86. Teams, we're seeing the Dragons probably actually improving their team from last week. Blake Laurie, his name to start. Hopefully his ribs are all good. and Luciano Leilua has pushed Viliami Fifita out of the bench. Dolphins lost Connolly Lemuelu and Ray Stone. What happened to them? What did Ray do?
I think they're both
Was he
injured.
HIA?
Or HIA and
HIA.
Lemu is
He
injured.
hurt himself. Yeah. So yeah, look, I'm definitely thinking Dragons are going to go 2 from 2. The way the Dolphins played last week, fins up. Are you joking?
I just running back to mate. Again, I think Dragons are very good value. I think you look from the weeks. Well, sorry, the weeks. We've only had 1 week.
Yeah, or one of them.
Yeah, or from last week's performance. I don't know how you can have these guys nearly split.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll take the Dragons. What did you say, $1.97? Or is that
$1.86. The Dolphins are $1.98. Yeah.
Yeah, give me $1.86 any day of the week for the Dragons.
Load
I think
up.
they do a number. I think they do a number on them again.
I'm hoping so.
Didn't see much resistance from the Dolphins last week. I know it was probably a good Cowboys side last week, but
yeah, but I think I think the way the Dragons played, if they play a similar game, they'll probably score. Well, they could score a similar amount of points as what the Cowboys did. Not too dissimilar. They got some second rowers that can get in there and break the line. Got some second rowers that are going to chase the ball. Zach Lomax is going to chase everything. I think they could do. Geez, I tell you what, you wouldn't want to be the Dolphins losing by 20 2 weeks in a row.
Would be tough. Luckily, they have the bye next week if that does happen.
Yeah. Well, the Titans are probably cheering they got the bye this week. Get some points.
Yeah. It could be the curse, mate. Could be the curse of the Dragon.
I wouldn't hate it. I would really, really like it. I'd love for the Dragons to have a little curse on a couple of Queensland teams, even if it's just the Queensland teams. I'd also like to beat the Bronx too. That'd be nice. And the Cows. All right. Cool. So that's that. We don't need to look at the ladder, do we? We know who's winning.
Not for a couple of weeks. I feel like it's a 4 or 5 weeker.
Yeah.
Really?
The 8 teams that won last week are in the top 8, and the Tigers are coming 9th, which is about where they deserve to be. And then that's it. Long episode so far. Do you want to touch on the Players Championship? Tees off tomorrow, the golf?
Yeah. I think we'll just do a couple of minutes on it, mate. Scotty Scheffler, obviously the defending champion.
Coming off a win.
Coming off a win last week at the Bay Hill or Harold Palmer Bay Hill Invitational.
Won the cardigan.
Yeah, the red cardigan.
Red cardigan.
It's obviously going to be a little bit different this year. Some of the bigger players aren't there again. Obviously, Tyrrell Hatton that came second last year, he's not going to be there. John Rahm's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Cam Smith, did he play last year? No, I don't think he played last year. I think he was gone before
not
that,
sure.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he may have been, yeah.
Yeah, because he went after the Open. Or?
I don't think he played the Players. I can't be certain, but I'm tipping that he didn't.
I'll through it now. Yeah, because he won it in 2022, and I remember last year they saying, "Oh, Justin Thomas is the defending champion," because they.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Yep. They discontinued him because they took the spot off him and everything.
Yep.
Obviously, TBC Sawgrass, absolute weapon of a golf course with the famous 17, Island Green par 3. I think Minwoo Lee came T6 last year. He's in absolute beautiful form.
Jeez, I hate you.
You pick someone else. Thank you, Minwoo Lee.
To win?
To win.
Yeah, I was going to give him a top fiver. Jeez Louise. I didn't have anyone else.
Put you on the spot.
Well, I had a player. Look, I'm not going for a winner. I don't like picking a winner for the golf. You know what? As much as I hate it, Patrick Cantlay is probably due for a decent finish. I know you hate him. I know you hate him, but he's probably due for a good finish. Okay,
Okay.
top 10. I'd go a Cantlay top 10 with a Minwoo Lee top 5. Hope that he wins. There you go. That's
Yeah.
that's that's what I see. I think Minwoo Lee's the informed player at the moment. He's
Yeah.
just ready to fire. He's got enough about him. He's ready to fire. So I tease off. It's telling me tomorrow PM, 10:40 PM tee offs. Would that be right? Yeah.
Yeah, the 14th.
March 14. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
so it's
that must be our time that I'm looking at on Google. Yeah, 10:40. Minwoo tees off at about 11 PM. You reckon you'll stay up for that? I
yeah,
won't.
nah, not on a Thursday. No. I'll probably watch the second round when I get home from the footy, actually.
Oh, that's yeah. There you go. That's nice. The Friday tea times. You can watch it on the way home in the car.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Just
Or,
yeah. Oh no,
yeah,
you got 6
depends.
o'clock game. Yeah, you got the 6 o'clock game, don't you?
Oh, we might go out for a couple,
You
couple
go
of
for a
movies after.
couple of solos after. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, nice.
And obviously, just going back to last week, maybe to live. Thank you. I'll put my hand up, pick the winners, back to back, crushes. Obviously, bit disappointing, Cam Smith
You
losing the
almost
playoff
found it.
hole. He made an absolute meal of that playoff hole.
Yeah, I know.
But
He's
Inter did shoot two over the round. I think he did deserve the win. Did deserve to win the tournament.
Answer come out of nowhere, really, didn't he?
Well, he shot +2 for the day, so he was.
Not for the weekend, but like
Oh,
just recently. Recently, like, I
yeah,
haven't seen.
he's up and down in the tournaments there.
Paul Casey doesn't mind a couple of good rounds every now and again either,
No,
does he? He just like
mate.
he's an old bloke. He just goes, I'll show these young blokes how to do it every now and again.
Paul Casey and I can't pronounce his first name. Lahiri. He's in the
Yeah,
crush as well.
yeah, yeah.
Mate, they must be loving, like raking in. I think they've won about 4 mil in the last in 8 days.
Not
Really,
bad, not bad.
you win a back-to-back team events, they just go absolutely lapping it. And then Casey obviously coming second,
Mm.
so I think he'll probably have a bit more money. But
We're keen
they,
naming fourth with 12 under, mate. That bloke, if he was playing PGA Tour events with all these results, he'd be into that top 10, man.
mate,
It's
he could be a sneaky Masters. Like, I know that Augusta's it's a course by itself. Like, it can chew you up and spit you out just as
but
quick as.
if he plays like he can, but lots of pro golfers can shoot 5 under. They all
Yeah,
can. But bloody, what's his AK did, right? Anthony Kim did, shot 5 under. But he's
yeah,
playing good golf, Neiman. He's playing real good golf. Anyway, there's that.
but yeah,
Um,
but yeah,
yeah, we don't need
yeah.
anything else on that, do we?
No,
No, I don't know when they play in Miami. Who cares? We'll get to that another time.
yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
22 of them are playing in the International Series Asian Tour this week
Did say that.
in
Yep.
in Oman.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Looks nice. Looks nice wherever it is. I can't
Yeah,
remember
it's in Saudi Arabia somewhere. Justin
that.
Ryan
Yeah.
playing there.
Yep.
So he's
Did
gonna be
say I saw him put some stuff up.
he's coming eighth in the Asian Tour
Is
leaderboard.
he? Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Good on
he's
him, the
had a
young
good
fella.
past three events in the Asian Tour. So,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah,
The local boy, the Picton Junior. Good on him. Yeah, nice.
yeah.
All right, Battlers, let us know what you think of our down the M's. Were we on the money? Obviously, we're a little bit different for some. I'll try and get that updated list or leaderboard out this weekend. You can
Yeah,
have a little look-see and tell us what you reckon. But yeah,
100%.
nice H. I like our down the M's. It's good.
Something, something original, new. No one can do it, or no one can call it. No one can call it like what we call it. Very
No
nice.
one, no one knows vibe like we do.
Exactly right. 100%.
All right, Butlers. Talk to you next
All
week.
right. See you next week.